Welcome to my channel. I'm Amanda from Makeup for Unicorns, and today is going to be part 1 of 2 on the Peaches and Cream collection by Too Faced. And today I'm going to be trying out the primer, the foundation, and the setting spray and giving you a review. And part 2 will be on the Just Peachy Mattes eyeshadow palette. So that will be coming the following week. So if you would like to see my review on those products, then please keep on watching. If you've watched my videos before, you know that I usually have a backdrop, but I recently did a little move in my apartment, and me and my husband moved our bed into the living room and changed our bedroom into the filming room, which is amazing. So I set up a little background here, and I just wanted to know what your thoughts were, because obviously I want to please my viewers, and just throughout this video watch it and see, do you enjoy this kind of like lifestyle background, or do you prefer the backdrop? I'm very curious to know. When I first started my channel, I always kind of imagined having like a cute little background, but it was kind of different to do that in my living room because my kitchen is like, when you film in front of the window, you can see my kitchen, and it's just kind of boring. There's nothing really fancy that you can do with that, I don't think. I don't know, I'm not the expert. Since moving everything into here instead, there's actually the space to do this. So I got this little setup going on, and I think it's really cute, and I think it's me. But obviously I want to know what your thoughts are before I make any permanent decisions. I mean, they don't have to be permanent. I can always switch it up, do both here and there, but I always want to know what your thoughts are. So please let me know down below what you think. So we are going to jump right into this. And the first thing I'm going to try is the primer. I actually do not have the primer and the foundation on hand. I actually got samples here. I don't know if this is silly to do a video like this where I just use the samples instead of actually buying the product, but I didn't want to buy the foundation and primer until I actually tried it on myself, because those are kind of personal items I find, and I don't want to waste my money. I don't like returning things, so I just got the samples, but I do have the actual setting spray because I know I'm going to love this, and I've actually tried this already, and we'll get to that when we get to that. It's just samples for the primer and foundation. I hope you don't mind. I know that's being a little cheap, I guess, but I just wanted to make sure that I loved it before making that purchase. I've been really enjoying drugstore foundations lately, so I don't know if high-ends are really gonna beat what I got going on. So I'm just going to give you a little bit more information about the primer if you don't know about it already. So it's a cooling, mattifying primer that blurs, smooths, and brightens the complexion. And it's infused with exclusive Comfort Matte technology. This primed and peachy formula delivers a mattifying, soft focus finish with lightweight, comfortable wear. Offers up to 12 hours of shine control, lasts up to 16 hours, and smells like peaches and cream. What could be better? Let's see the directions. It just says apply a small amount of primer to forehead, nose, chin, and cheeks. Then blend product using fingertips or brush. The peach color becomes invisible once blended. And if y'all don't know what it looks like, that's what the primer looks like. This is a funny way of doing a video, I know, but we'll try it. If it's really that silly, then this will just be a one-time deal. So I got quite a bit of product in here. Looks like I can use this a few times, which is great. So it does have like a peachy color to it. If you can see, it smells amazing. Peaches and figs. And I'm just gonna apply this all over. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but this is a first impression on both the primer and the foundation, but not on the setting spray. So the primer is very cooling. It feels really nice when you apply it. I love the feeling of products that have like a cooling effect. It feels really nice. I don't know if I would say that it blurred at all, but it feels nice. We'll see how the foundation applies on top of it. So the next thing I'm going to apply is the foundation, and I'm just going to read some information on it. It's a medium coverage foundation for sensitive, normal, dry, combo, oily skin, so for every skin type. Matte finish, 14-hour wear, comfortable matte foundation for a flawless looking complexion. This transfer resistant oil controlling foundation creates a smooth canvas for comfortable wear using exclusive comfort matte technology that is never cakey or mask like. Smooths the look and feel of skin, lasts up to 14 hours. Oil-free formula, smells like peaches and sweet fig cream, like everything else in the collection. And it just says apply with fingertips or sponge, start at the center of the face, work down and out on forehead. This is what the foundation looks like. It's very similar to the primer. And I got the shade Snow. So I'm going to apply this using my Clarisonic foundation brush head. This is what I always use. It's my favorite foundation brush. It does smell very good. Probably like the best smelling foundation I've ever smelt. So I'm just applying it on my hand, and then I'm gonna go in with my brush that way. And let's go on in. So just from that little application, one layer, my first impression is I'm not loving this foundation at all. I don't know if it's the primer or just the foundation on its own. I should have done like half without the primer, half with. But it just looks like it's clinging to like dry areas that I know I don't have currently. My pores look massive. That primer definitely didn't blur my pores at all. The coverage is not very good in my opinion. I'm gonna try going in with a second layer and see how it layers, but so far I'm not enjoying this. I think my skin looks like garbage right now. Okay, let's try a second layer and see how it layers. Okay, I need to just stop there because this is getting worse. This is actually looking worse now. It looks, close up, it looks really bad. I'm gonna see if this will focus. But my nose is like super dry looking, my cheeks look super dry, my forehead looks super dry. This is definitely not a foundation for me, for my skin. So far, I'm going to do the rest of my face, and sometimes like I find if there's a foundation that's just not going on right, and then I do the rest of my face and apply everything like my powder over top of it, and it just settles for a little bit, then it does end up looking nicer. But as of right this minute, I think it looks like garbage. On me, don't forget that. Everyone's different. But on me, this is just not looking great. So I'm gonna finish up the rest of my face, and then we'll try out the setting spray. I'll tell you a little bit about that, and I'll give you my final thoughts on all of these products. So I'll be right back. So I have little Hansi here. She is very shy. Little Hans is gonna join us briefly. So I finished up the rest of my face. I used the setting spray. Little Hansi gonna be scared. Right, little Hans? So I'll just read a little bit of information on the spray before I go in and scare Hans. So it says this refreshing peach and sweet fig cream infused setting spray locks down makeup with our exclusive comfort matte finish and helps control oil for a comfortable, weightless feel that lasts all day. And it says shake well, hold 6 to 8 inches away from face and mist directly onto skin. And this smells so good. It's peaches and sweet fig, like all of the products. Let's give her a shake. Okay, I'll do this so I don't get her. Maybe she can stick around. No, she left. Ooh, it smells so good. I'm hoping this can save what's going on up in here. Okay, so I have used this before, so I can give you a little review on it. And so far, I love it. I've been using it for about a week now, and I think it smells amazing, and it does feel like weightless. It doesn't feel heavy or anything. You can't feel it. It smells... Did I say it smells amazing? Because I feel like that was the first thing I said. I feel like it's mattifying. It's as good as like my favorite mattifying setting sprays, which is awesome because I think this will be a favorite of mine. I love the packaging the most out of everything. I think it's so cute. I love pink and peach, and it's just a good combo. So I would highly recommend the setting spray. So far, it's been a week, so I guess it would be too soon to tell, but if I do love it, it's definitely going to make the September favorites, and I can talk a bit more about how it wears and stuff like that on my September favorites. So the foundation primer, I have to say it does look better now than it did when I applied it. I feel like I'm always talking to my mirror when I'm giving reviews, but it does look better than it did when I first applied it. I think maybe the spray and like powder helped it out a bit, but it does look very drying on my skin. And I know I'm not dry right now. I'm actually more oily than normal, and I'm not quite sure why. But yeah, I'm definitely not dry at this point, so I don't know why it's like picking up on dryness. And it's looking like a little bit cakey, especially like around my corners of my nose. And the whole time I was like finishing my face, I just kept hoping like the next item would make this look better. Like, please, like, blush, make this look better, make my contour look better, make my highlight, make it look better, like anything, make it look better. But I think the thing that did make it look the best is adding that setting spray over top, because right up to that point I was like, this looks like shit on my face. I wasn't digging it. My forehead wrinkles right now are like super accentuated, even though I set them right away. My pores look bigger than normal. I just don't think this is a foundation for me. If it is working for you, then that's awesome. All foundations and primers don't work for everybody. I just don't find this one working for me, and I don't think I'll be purchasing it. I'm actually glad I got the sample, because that would have been a waste of money. I'd probably return it, obviously, but I don't like returning things. I don't like using things and then returning them. So I'm actually quite pleased that I just went with the samples to try. I hope that was okay for everybody, and I don't know if this would be a regular thing or if that's just silly talk. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's a pass for me for the foundation and the primer, but setting spray is a definite yes, and I'll probably be buying it again because I love the smell so much. If it didn't have that smell, I'd probably just stick with like a drugstore one, but it's got that smell. The smell is a seller to me. So I just wanted to check in real quick on this foundation situation, and I really was not enjoying this foundation when I applied it. And I did mention that it was looking better, but it just wasn't my favorite. But I feel like now that my natural oils are coming through, it's actually looking pretty good. So I feel like it's just one of those foundations that doesn't apply very well, like doesn't go on very well. And then like once your natural oils start coming through, then it looks better. I feel like it's just like one of those kind of foundations. I don't love those kind of foundations because they can really bring my confidence down when I'm applying it. I just feel like the whole makeup look's gonna go to shit when it just doesn't go on great. So they're not my favorite, but I think the end result is actually really good, and I think it's looking pretty nice at this point. My wrinkles, I'm too wrinkly today, that's one thing for sure. So yeah, I just wanted to give that little update that it's not a terrible foundation, and it actually ends up looking pretty good. I think you just have to be patient if it does go on for you the way it did for me. Just be patient and let your natural oils come through. Like, this didn't take long. This has only been maybe an hour since I put it on, so just give it some time and it'll look good. So that's just my thoughts. I still probably won't buy it because I don't want a foundation that does that. So part 2 of this video is going to be the eyeshadow palette. So stay tuned for that one, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And also please let me know if you prefer this backdrop, just like a lifestyle backdrop that I can change up all the time, make it a little seasonal, or if you enjoyed the holographic one from before. Let me know, because I want your opinions. Your opinions matter a lot to me. So thank you so much, and we'll be seeing you next time. Bye bye.